recording. Yeah, I'll kick off a bit early. Probably around 7:40, and I just need to know the format, the title that it's supposed to be titled, and I'll upload it. Okay, so here we go. Let's go. Welcome to Jawaballs Live. Yay! I need an opening theme song. I asked Bear McCreary to create me an opening theme song, but I got no response from him. I wonder why. Bear McCreary is the guy that did the theme song for the Battlestar Galactica show, and he does the music for The Walking Dead. He does a lot of great stuff. Look him up on YouTube, Bear McCreary. So yeah, welcome to Jawaballs Live. It's Tuesday night, October 22nd, and I have a much better camera set up today, as you can see. And so since I have this camera set up, I certainly could not use anything that I don't have the rights to. That would be illegal. Hi, Mini Girl. I asked him, I was like, Bear, please, because I've always commented on his YouTube page, and he never answers me back though. But I have more subscribers than him. I'm keeping up with the chat here as I chat. So anyway, I got this camera set up. It's not as good as my previous camera, which is now in the garbage because I failed at trying to repair it. So tonight I've got some painting for you. Let me show you what I have going on. Why is it not rotating? There we go. All right. This is my Tau Army that I will be playing at Mechanicon in about 2 weeks. Let me start by showing you what I have here, I guess, huh? I'll pan out. Oh, I'll pan out. Oh wow, look, I can actually get some nice detail, huh? That looks decent. How's it looking up on Twitch? That looks decent enough, I guess. A little blurry on the camera, on the screen. I don't know how to improve that. Maybe there's some way we can fix that miss at some point. To try and make the models, because they look nice and crisp on my display, but through the broadcast they look a little bit. Yeah, I will never play Chaos. Tell Dave. Anyway, let me talk about my list here. So what I've got going on. Whoa. There, kind of underneath the little shelf, I've got 2 squads of 3 broadsides. I think I showed you the one finished broadside last time. Bring it back here and try and get them zoomed in a bit for you. I dislike chaos. Anyway, so this is my first broadside. This is how they're all going to look. And I've got 2 squads of crew, one with 20 crew and a dog. Look what I'm using for my crew dogs, the crew hounds. It's a Jawa. It's not going to focus because there's too much going on. But I've got a little Jawa. Anyway, so I don't have any crew hounds, and no one really cares what you use for a crew hound. So I've got a couple Jawas for my crew hounds. And so I have 2 squads of crew, 1 squad with 20, 1 squad with 10. I've got a Tau suit commander. I had to fix his hand because the fingers broke off the hand. I hate resin. Resin's so flimsy, the new GW resin. So flimsy, so I had to pull that hand off and put a fist on there because the fingers were broken. The suit commander's got no weapons. He's got the 3 beefy upgrades. No, the crew hounds come on little bases. They're on 25 millimeter bases, and that's exactly the same size as a 40K as a regular base. I don't think he is, right? Crew hounds are on small bases, right, guys? While someone's figuring that out, I've got 2 Riptides. Here's my mostly finished one. This guy's made a couple of appearances. Mostly done. And I've got this little hand-painted kind of banner thing that I'm going to put on all of them. Very samurai looking. I've got a squad of stealth suits. I've retired the squad several times already, but I was faced with, I had the last 200 points or so. I was gonna buy some Eldar. I had a Farseer and some bikes, but I just felt kind of scumbaggish doing that. So I went back to just the stealth suits, mostly because I like them for their mobile marker lights. And the fact that they are tough to kill if they get their cover saves. These are my... I have a squad of 3 stealth suits, mostly done. Not sure how well you can see them there. And they have 2 marker lights, and the sergeant he's an upgraded sergeant with a marker light and a target lock. I've got 3 squads of fire warriors, 2 12-man squads and a 6-man squad, and I got 3 squads of 5 pathfinders each. Is that everything? Oh, and I've got the Skyray missile defense tank. So, certainly not the most uber competitive Tau list. Whoa. Oh, I just touched buttons. Oh no. There we go. So, not the most spectacular competitive list. I don't know if I'm going to win many games. But plus, I don't really know how to use them yet. But it'll be fun. I am kind of enjoying creating this army, mostly because it's so different from anything I've done before. But let me focus in and I'll work while I talk instead of staring at the camera. How's that sound? You guys get to watch me while I work. Hope you don't mind staring at me paint while I chat with you. What was I doing here? Yeah, this guy. So, what I'm going to do is work with my Micron, my pen, to line this Pathfinder. Am I on cam? I'm lining the details. My apologies if you can't really see what I'm doing. It's really difficult to give you a good view while I'm working. let's go check out the. What drones do I like to use? I use marker drones. I don't frankly see any reason to use gun drones, not when you can have marker drones for the same cost. And shield drones are useful, but not for what I want them for. I mean, I need the extra markers because Pathfinders get just slaughtered, and so that's why I went for marker drones on my stealth squad. More questions. There you go. Always looking at all the stuff there, thinking how to use this for games, right? The coupons are better. I missed the beginning. Hey, someone just popped in. Yep, Tao. Doublet. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, so what I like about the stealth suits is, I've tried to make them work on paper or in a game. They look great on paper, but they're a little expensive for just 3 models. But I've tried to make them work in game, and they always just get punked. And the problem is that I've been too aggressive with them, relying on their cover saves to protect them. But as you guys know, there ain't no cover save against Tau. So when I always end up losing them really quickly. So my mission now for my stealth suits, now that I put them back in. By the way, I mostly added them in just to have that touch of black in this sea of ochre. To add that element of variety. There's principles of design. Variety is one of them. And you want differences in the look of your army. So little subtle things like adding those 3 black models will make a big difference. I love this pen. It just makes my job so much easier. My phone's ringing. You guys want to hear me mess with a telemarketer? Where's that phone? Oh, my wife answered it, I think. Where's the phone? Why did she do it? I told her not to answer the phone. Oh well. Telemarketers hate when they get me on the phone. Okay, I'm catching up on the chat here. Yeah, 5 or 6 stealth suits, 3 is too few. I agree with you. You need more in there. Maybe I'll try and squeeze one more in there, bring it up to 4. Mostly why I like them is that I can hide them totally behind something, and they'll last longer. And I can jump out and shoot the markers, and then jump back behind line of sight blocking terrain. Does color difference in your army help you keep track of units? Absolutely. Let me show you what I do. Whenever I do an army, I differentiate between my units. Wow, there's something going on out there. Lots of fire trucks. So, in this case, what I have, these are my 3 sergeants. And I have color-coded the ends of their shoulder pads to differentiate at a glance. I'm going to go back in later and do the little tau markings, the lines in their numbers, the tau letters. But for now, I can easily pick out which ones are which when I'm figuring out the units. Yeah, there's definitely better choices. Someone said that stealth suits usually work at low points, but not 1500 plus. And you're right; they don't really work very well, and they cost a lot for what they for what they really do. Really, it's just a squad of pathfinders, 3 pathfinders, um, with jump packs. That's how I'm using them. But again, I'm using them in this way just really to add that element to my army to compete for best painted. You need some variety in your army. So usually when I paint an army for competition, I will throw in a squad that doesn't really do a whole lot, but its color and its painting will be, or at least a model or two, it is completely different from the rest of the army. Just for the sake of modeling and color and design. Yeah, I'm going to give this a shot because I am working on my Lamenters army. And I'm going to try this for the checkers on the Lamenters. Because if I can get away with just... Because I was hand painting all those checkers, and that's what's been kind of slowing me down on producing that army. But if I can get away with drawing them on with a pen, that will help me a lot. It'll save me so much time. Saved you so much time, yeah. So I'm gonna give that a shot when I get around to it for my Lamenters. My very first show on Mini Wargaming, I was doing Lamenters. But then out of frustration with the Blood Angels Codex, I just kind of shelved them. I know you can't see what I'm doing. Sorry. Um, I love me this pen. I mean, that would have taken me an hour with a paintbrush. Just that single model. Lining and fixing all those little lines. Oh, these guys are lined. Look at that. Making some progress. Who's this Owen guy? Um, so the question is how to use marker lights. Mini Wargaming Owens. I admit that I don't watch much Mini Wargaming. I don't. My time is so darn limited that everything is just blocked in, and I don't get a chance to really browse much. But marker lights. Okay. Well, here's what I have first of all for my army for my marker lights. I have 3 squads of Pathfinders. One of them is missing. Hello, little Pathfinder. Thing is, I was using these at school, at work today, and kind of painting during my off time, and I never know if kids are gonna walk by and swipe them. I think that must have happened. I think I lost one. Oh well, I have to use a backup. So I have 3 squads of Pathfinders, and then I've got my squad of stealth suits that all have markers. And the way I use them is mostly, I use them first of all to deny cover saves. That's their primary use for my army. I've got a lot of stuff that ignores cover, smart missiles on my broadside suits, but I want everything ignoring cover. So basically, when you fight against me, you don't get cover saves if I can help it, until you start killing my Pathfinders. Which is why I've got 3 small squads, 4 with the suits, because they just get cut down. But that's okay, because if you're shooting at my Pathfinders, hopefully it's going to take you a couple of rounds to do it, which means you're not shooting at the stuff that's killing you. So, and after a couple of rounds, if all goes well, this is not a mystery tactic, by the way. Hopefully, I've eliminated anything on your side of the table that can hurt me. So, after a couple of rounds, I will probably have sacrificed all 3 of my Pathfinder squads, but there'll be nothing left that can really do any major damage, because by then my broadsides and my riptides will have just taken the other guy apart. That is so blurry. Oh. It looks nice and crisp on my display, but it looks so blurry. Yeah, like orcs, orcs you can't sit back because your whole army relies on cover, especially if you got the mechs with the bubble cover save. Just forget it. But hopefully I've got enough firepower just to blast you into oblivion when I play against orcs. So that's how I use them. Basically, I sacrifice my 3 Pathfinder squads. I know they're going to get shot down anyway. So when guys start shooting at them, I immediately go to ground. And I hold out for as long as possible. And I make them as annoying as possible to keep drawing fire. Because that's what they're going to take those shots. And if I can get one squad to survive a round, it angers the other guy. He's gonna come back at that squad the next round and waste ordnance on a single model, which is what I want to happen. So I don't really mind. Go ahead, kill the Pathfinders. My army isn't dependent upon them because I do have the suit commander who can jump around from unit to unit and also take away cover saves. And again, I have lots of smart missiles, so they also ignore cover saves. So I'm not entirely dependent upon Tau or upon Pathfinders and marker lights anyway. But that's how I use them, except for my stealth suit squad, because they're different. Also, I've got in my stealth squad there's 3 marker lights. I don't even care about the burst cannons, but this is the bad boy that I need in my army. Oh. I've got a fusion blaster. I don't have anything in my army that can take out AV-14. So, except for if I push the power on my Riptides and jump my commander on there and give them tank hunter, like they can get strength 10. But so all I've got is this. So this is my Land Raider deterrent. So I'll just hide them behind terrain, this little squad, and then they'll jump out at the right time, and if I to keep a Land Raider at bay. I like to put these guys, when I'm being aggressive with them, I like to put them right in the middle of the table. And what's good, if I can find a good line of sight blocking terrain, I get them right up there in the center. And they like in chess, you want to control the center of the table with chess because that keeps everyone else away from the middle. So the same thing is when I'm playing aggressively, I use my stealth suits to play that role, where they'll own the middle of the table, so you don't see any land raiders coming down the middle. But that's only if there's a good line of sight blocker in the middle. Yeah, I gotta figure out Miss. We'll talk about that too. I wanna get my title up in there. It always says like blue table painting or like terrainaholic. Someone asked, what size pen am I using? These are Micron 005 black ink. I would prefer to use sepia ink, which is a dark brown, but they don't go down to 005, which is the smallest. They only make a 005 or 01, I don't recall, for sepia. So I have to line my towel with black. Not a big trade-off, though. Someone asked if Tau has a lot of AP3 weapons. Vespid, but no one really uses Vespid. Not entirely. AP3, they have, well, if I'm using Plasma, yeah. They've got the big templates on the Riptides that do the AP2, which is nasty as hell. But they don't really have a lot of AP3. Space Marines usually get their armor saves against Tau, but so what? When I'm hitting you with a broadside squad, that's 24 shots. That probably are all going to hit and wound. I'm catching up on chat. So they're probably all going to hit and wound anyway. So there's just so many hits that you just take down Marines through torrents of fire. Just cut them down. Everybody wants a piece of mini girl. What else can I say? You guys want to hear more about my stealth suits? My tactics? The way I intend to start using them is being less aggressive. Because I've been losing them fairly early in the fight, and I'm relying on them to last. Because while my Pathfinders are expendable, they are not. For a lot of reasons. First of all, they've got jump packs, and they're fast. So I need them to be my late game objective contesters. Well, everyone's trying to get you to email them or chat with them, Mini Girl. So I said everyone wants a piece of Mini Girl. Checking up the chat. Whenever there's a girl in the chat, everyone gets distracted. So, these guys are my late fast-moving objective grabbers or contesters. I don't really have in this army a lot of fast anything. I've got 2 squads of Kroot, which I'll outflank. And then I've got a squad of 6 Pathfinders, which I'll put in reserve to hopefully come on late in the game and run out to cause problems. But I don't have anything that can really get out there. I'm not really counting on that for this army. My mission for this army is to sit back and make you come at me. And, again, I'm no expert on using Tau. This is a new army to me, and I've only played a few games with them. So, but based on my general 40k tactics, you need something that can move at the end of the game to contest. So that's why my suits, I kind of need them to survive. But also, like I said, that those marker lights, when I really need a marker hit, that's what they're there for, to survive all game and hide, and then jump out and lay down the markers when I need them the most. When I absolutely have to kill a unit, and I need to take away their cover save. For the big Riptides, that's when the stealth suits come in. So while I can sacrifice my Pathfinders for the greater good. I must keep my suits alive. Plus, they cost a lot of points. Bye, mini girl. See you later. So, what else do I have for as far as tactical? The outflanking crew makes them awesome, especially when I got a lot of guns out there. They can just come out behind dudes and just lay down. What they're really good for is just finishing off those pesky squads that are back there that you can't really reach or get to, that you don't want to waste firepower on. So the crew come on and just blast them. And, they'll deal like 12, 14 wounds and make you save, make a lot of saves. So they come out and just do a lot of damage to small units. And then they probably die. They're not very good at living, especially if someone's really motivated to kill them. They're also good for getting across the table via outflank in order to take objectives that I can't get to. I can wipe him off objectives with my long range and my blasts from my riptides, but then once I've done that, I can't reach them. So that's why the crew, they can run out there and go get them. Do you normally take a ADL? What's an ADL? Got my bottle of water here. Oh, you can give them sniper guns. Which I haven't done yet. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should scrape up the points to make my small squad of crew snipers. I don't take the Aegis defense line only because I don't count on having cover saves ever. It's investing points into something that, especially with so many Tau armies in the game nowadays in tournaments, you're investing points in something you're never going to get to use because people just love to take away your cover saves when you're behind your Aegis. The thing that with the crew sniper rounds is that they're great for like taking down riptides. They still got a 2+ save, but they're great for that. I don't know if it's really worth it though, because you lose 10 shots or 20 shots. And I have a squad of 20 crew, so I lose 20 shots in the rapid fire just to gain 10 shots that wound on a 4+. Hey there, how you doing? More people popping in. What's best to take on Armor 14 tanks? Assaulting them with a Strength 10 monstrous creature. Unless you got lots of Melta vets in a Vendetta, you unload the Melta vets and just blast that tank. I've got my squad of stealth suits with the fusion blaster, and in one game not long ago, I had them in the center of the table, doing the trick where hiding, jumping back in and out of line of sight blocking terrain. And the dude on the other side of the objective had a damn tank, and I kept jumping over there, trying to hit it with my fusion blaster, then jumping back, but I kept missing. This guy with the fusion blaster missed that tank at least 5 or 6 times throughout. It was like a 7-round game. Oh my god, 7:34. Time flies, man. I need to work on the crispness of this thing. It's really blurry. Whoa. Well, that actually looks fairly decent. Hold on, let's see if I can let you zoom in here. What's best, Melta or Plasma? You need a mix. Meltas are good against tanks. Plasmas are good against armor. that looks fairly decent. Here, let's spin him around. You can get a good look at this guy. What else? In that game, it was against Tau. It was just all, there was no assault. It was just us shooting at each other. So the rounds went really fast. What else can I show you now that I got some action here? Look here, look. This is one of my Fire Warrior sergeants. You have pictures of them on a blog or something? That looks decent. I'm pretty happy with that video right there. Yeah, I'll get some photos up. I'm working pretty hard at getting them all done so that I can play them at Mechanicon in 2 weeks. One of my Pathfinder sergeants. Deb, go ahead and put a link up to your stuff on Photo Bucket. What else can I show you here? Suit Commander. This guy I just sprayed with the Army Painter Desert Yellow, and then highlighted him. He's not finished yet either. Nothing's really done. He's armed with nothing. This is an 1850 Tau list. He doesn't have any weapons. He's got the 3 good battlesuit upgrades. The Nero, I don't know what they are, the command and control node and whatever else. Basically allows anybody he joins to ignore cover, tank hunters. So he's just a buff. He's a buff bot. He jumps around buffing everybody else. You guys want to see a close-up of the crew. Where's my one really finished crew? Kind of hard to get a good view because he's creating shadow for himself. Yeah, they all need more highlights on them, but these are the 2 most finished ones. I cut all the stupid hooks off the guns so they stop catching on each other. Yeah, I added red. On my other squad, this goes back to Mini Girl's question. On the other squad, I painted his hair blue to differentiate the squads. You know, I went more orangey red to kind of get away from Christmas red, so I didn't want them to look like Christmas crew. This is why he's got the really bright hair. What else can I show you real quick here? Fire Warriors. Now that I can actually show models off again, because I got a camera that works well. This is my Farseer for when I'm actually using allies. He's actually a warlock, but whatever. $18.50 is my army. Let's see, Deb shared a picture of his models. Checking that out. Oh, so did you actually buy the 8? Oh, you read some Salvatore. I love my Salvatore books too. I got the whole collection as well. I wish the picture was better. To help, a suggestion to help you, you have to set up some kind of background that's so the camera is not confused and kind of helps to focus on the models, not the background. Oh, that's a nice picture. Those look good. I'm looking at your chaplain, the Terminator chaplain. Yeah, there you go. You got it. You added a background too for it. It helps. I wouldn't really go with a white. I would go with a gray background for photographing black. White's too much contrast. I'm no expert on photographing though. Cool. All right, getting back to the chat. The guy put up a link to a picture. He's got the Farsight's 8 models, the command squad. All right, well, I'm going to start wrapping this bad boy up because I want to try and get this. I want to get the instructions here from Mist on how to upload this. I have 3 episodes to upload now. So that was it. This was my Tau 1850 point army for Mechanicon. Mechanicon's in 2 weeks. It's my next big tournament. It's at the War Store weekend. So if you're on the East Coast in 2 weeks and you want to get in a good gaming weekend, you should try and get there. I'll be putting up a link to it on my blog. I think I actually linked it up a couple days ago. And I'll be playing my Tau. How did you highlight that black? Gonna paint some wing rays. Oh, the black on this guy, my Farseer, my Warlock. He is I use the Andrea paint set. Andrea color. Google it. Andrea, Andrea. Andrea color. They have a set that helps you paint in black from they got like 6 different shades of gray and black. And it helps. So all right. So hopefully, I would love to get a game in if you guys can make it out to Mechanicon next weekend. After that, my next action is going to be TempleCon in February. So we got some months to go. I'm going to try and be playing my Lamenters at TempleCon. Hopefully, we'll get a new Blood Angels book by then. So that's it. Wrapping it up for tonight. Thanks for popping in. As always, I appreciate you being here, and I enjoy doing the chat. Signing off until next week. Good night.